Hey guys, it's Gameface here and welcome back to episode 4 of my Tottenham career mode. Now in today's episode we're going to be getting on with some more matches, the first of which is going to be a game against Sunderland, which we're going to sim in the league. So we are going to be putting out a fairly strong team here. We'll make a few changes of course, but we are going to be simming this game. Then we'll play the game against West Brom, then we'll play the game against Middlesbrough, and we'll see how we're doing for time after that. So hopefully a good episode today, hopefully going to get back on track from where we left off last episode in which we lost both of our games that we played. Obviously disappointing to have done that, but hopefully we can bounce back in today's episode. Before we go any further though, if we could try and hit 100 likes, I would really appreciate it. Also, if you're new to the channel or just haven't subscribed yet, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well. That'd be absolutely fantastic. Also, a quick note about today. Today's actually going to be double upload day, so you'll have a video today, you'll have the Manchester City career mode videos out at 4. So it's going to be 2 videos today. That means tomorrow will be no career mode. Tomorrow there's going to be a special football challenge video which I'm going to be uploading, and hopefully you guys enjoy that and watch that one. That'll be out at 12 PM for you guys to watch. So hopefully you enjoy it, but for today you will have a double upload of both career modes, so hopefully you guys enjoy those videos. Today's when I'm flying off to for my holiday, so I will be now scheduling the next few videos for the next couple of weeks anyway. So let's get on to the game against Sunderland. Let's try simmy it and see how we get on. We have made some changes to the team. Janssen will be starting up front instead of Harry Kane. You can see this aside here. Still a good enough team I think here to beat Sunderland. It's a 3 at the back side. Still got Lloris in there, Dele Alli, some big names in there, so hopefully we should get ourselves 3 points. It's risky though given the fact that we did lose the last 2 games. Dembele scores 7 minutes in, makes it 1-0. Good start to the game for us. We desperately needed that. Can we keep hold of the clean sheet though? Approaching half-time, still remains 1-0. Into the second half, Harry Kane comes on. Janssen goes off. There's about 30 minutes left. Dembele gets his second of the game. That's 2-0. That should be the game in the back with 20 minutes to go here. Eriksen comes on. Kasri pulls one back for Sunderland. 5 minutes to go. Can we hold on to the 3 points? We have done. 3 points in the bag. Okay, it was a little bit scary towards the end of that match, but we've managed to get ourselves the win, and that was what we were after. On to some play drills now. We're going to go the exact same players that have been training for a couple of episodes now. Hopefully going to get some of these youngsters going up soon. Nkudu goes up to 79 overall. That's really good news. And in fact, across the board, a lot of stats flying up there. Okay, on to this cup game now against West Brom. I think it's the EFL Cup that we're playing, the first round of the EFL Cup. So hopefully we can get ourselves a good win. We have made some changes here. It's a slight bit of a cup team, I suppose. There's still some good players in and amongst the side. The exact same formation. Vorm starting in goal. Cartavecca's asked to play, so he will be playing Alderweireld and Vertonghen in defence as well. Dembele and Wanyama in midfield with Dele Alli just in front of him. Lara on the left-hand side, Kyle Walker on the right-hand side with Eriksen in behind Harry Kane, who starts up front. This is the bench I've gone with. Janssen gets on there for this game, and yeah, we'll wait and see how we get on with those players on the bench as well. Different options for us. A few of the youngsters there might get a game if we are winning. Let's wait and find out how we get on. Hopefully get ourselves into the next round. Okay, here we go for this match against West Brom. Sadly, I've had to go in this kit for Tottenham, which I'm not a huge fan of, to be honest. I don't think it's a particularly nice looking kit, but we've gone for it anyway because it was the only one that didn't have any sort of clashes really between the two sides. Hopefully we can get ourselves into the next round. Obviously the kit isn't the main thing. The main thing is that we go through, and we've got to get ourselves a good performance here against West Brom. It'll be tough. We've played West Brom on previous career modes recently. Oof, that was a close opportunity, and we have found it quite difficult. I think we played them on the Man City one, and they were a very difficult team. Very physical side, so I am expecting a tough challenge here. Harry Kane going to look for Eriksen. What a pass that is. Harry Kane might be able to support him. Eriksen will shoot, and he smashes it home. It's 1-0. Eriksen with the goal. Really, really good strike there. 10 minutes in. Harry Kane gets the assist. Brilliant little pass through from Harry Kane. Christian Eriksen runs through, and in the end smashes it home. Didn't need Harry Kane supporting. Smashes it past the goalkeeper, and it's 1-0. Oh no, not cleared that well enough. It's 1-1. What an equaliser that is. How have we managed that? It's Fletcher. Oh my days, got to clear this better. Look how much time he's got in the box. Oh no, flies in the back of the net. You can't really stop that. No criticism of the goalkeeper. Purely defensive, and yeah. 1-1, frustrating, but we've got to now go again to try and put ourselves back in the lead. Can't believe the way they've come back into this game. Harry Kane, good from Kyle Walker. Now turning and shooting on his left foot. Good save by the goalkeeper. Wasn't quite expecting such a good strike from Walker. Out for a corner, Lamar to deliver it in. Not seen much from him, but Harry Kane, I think, was in there. I think it was Harry Kane that got the header anyway. Good opportunity for us to score. Nearly went in. Another corner, another chance for Lamar to cross in. Another opportunity for Harry Kane. Oh, not it wide this time. In fact, it was Alderweireld that got on the end of it. Eriksen waiting for the run through. He's found it from Dele Alli. He's going to shoot, and he puts it past the goalkeeper. It's 2-1. Dele Alli gets our second goal. Really good little move there. Fantastic little chip. I think it's from Eriksen. And a fantastic little pass past the goalkeeper Look at this little chip over the defence, no stopping that, brings it down well, left foot past the goalkeeper, and it's 2-1. Managed to regain our lead again with 10 minutes left of this first half. Dembele to hit one. Oh, it's taken a deflection. He's just about managed to save it, and it's fallen for us perfectly. I'm not so sure who that is. Is it Kyle Walker? Can't quite tell, to be honest, but it's 3-1 anyway, just on the stroke of half-time. Bit fluky the way that the deflection obviously led to the goalkeeper having to parry it up into the air. There's nothing fluky about that finish from Kyle Walker. Beats his man to it and prods it past the goalkeeper into the back of net. It's 3-1. Managed to add to our scoreline further, and just on the stroke of half-time as well. Perfect timing to do that. Kyle Walker really high up the pitch, in the box. Incredible positioning, but we'll take it, obviously, going into half-time. So, yeah, half-time, 3-1 up, and yeah, let's crack on with the second half straight away. Obviously in a really good position at the moment. Hopefully we can continue to add to the scoreline. Not really ever managed to convincingly beat West Brom. Usually it's more of a difficult sort of game that you win by 1 goal. All 3 changes now. We're going to bring on Harry Winks. We're also going to bring on Onuma and Janssen as well. So we will take off Dele Alli, Harry Kane and Eriksen. Just down the core of the team, we're going to make some changes. There's about 22 minutes to go, so hopefully we can continue to add to the scoreline, but we'll have to wait and see what sort of effect those changes have. What a switch there from Wanyama onto Lamar. He needs some support. Janssen will give it to him. Janssen now needs somebody in the middle. No one's going to make that run. Never seems to have anyone in the box at the moment. Such a shame with this formation. Dembele looking for the pass. Lamar back to Janssen. Can we find a cross this time? Janssen into the back post. Onuma's there. And it's headed away. Don't think Onuma managed to get on the end of it. Wanyama onto Kyle Walker again. An opportunity here to go across. Kyle Walker into Wanyama, and it's now 4. Fantastic little bit of play there. Wanyama gets in the box this time round. He adds to the scoreline further. 4-0, only a few minutes from full time. Fantastic bit of play. Wanyama just left-footing it past the goalkeeper, and yeah, now 4-1. That's it, we've won the game 4-1. We've got ourselves into the next round of the EFL Cup. That's really good news for us. Obviously, that means there's no replay or anything like that, I don't think. To my knowledge, there's no replay anyway, but a 4-1 win is a pretty convincing one against West Brom in the end. Completely deserved as well. We dominated the game for most of it, so I'm really happy with that. Limited West Brom's chances as well, which is pretty decent. So yeah, into the next round. Okay, so on to the next game against Middlesbrough. This is going to be the final game of today's episode. I know, of course, the episodes are getting much shorter. The reason for that is because I've still got 12 more videos to record before I go away. So I'm going to have to shorten them down when I get back in a couple of weeks. Then I will obviously get back to the normal length of videos. But for now, this will be the final game of today's episode. This is I'm going to go with. Larisal starting goal. We've got Alderweireld, Daya and Vertonghen at the back. Wanyama and Siri in midfield this time with Dele Alli just in front of them. Kyle Walker on the right-hand side, Rose on the left with Eriksen in behind Harry Kane who starts up front. This is the bench I've gone with. Ginter comes in there and Kudu Gray also on the bench as well. Sissoko makes his way on there. And we'll have to wait and see how he gets on here. The final game of today's episode. Hopefully we can get ourselves another 3 points. Okay, here we go for this match against Middlesbrough. We are away for this game. We've got a very strong team out. We've only made a few tweaks to the side. Trying to keep the team fairly consistent. I don't want to make loads of changes all the time if I can help it. Of course, at some times we will have to make wholesale changes, but for now we have kept the team pretty much very similar, to be honest, to the one that we played in the last game. Hopefully we can get a similar sort of result and a good enough performance to get ourselves 3 points here. Harry Kane going to play it out wide to Danny Rose, who's starting this match. He's going to look for Eriksen. Danny Rose should have continued the run, and in the end it's found the opposition. City into Eriksen. Now looking for Danny Rose, who's made his way forward. Danny Rose going to play it to Harry Kane. He's through, and it's a good save by the goalkeeper out for a corner. Danny Rose staying up there. Those two kind of fullbacks, if you want to call them that, Danny Rose and Kyle Walker, more playing as wingers, to be honest, with just so much freedom to go forward at the moment. It's brilliant to see. And we've got ourselves a corner early on. We've got City here to deliver it on his left foot. Oof, anywhere where we didn't have players. Wanyama inside to Eriksen. Back to Wanyama, great opportunity here for him to hit it. Oh, he strikes it past the goalkeeper. It's 1-0. Wanyama gets himself another goal. That's 2 in 2 games now, I think, isn't it? 21 minutes into this game, he puts us in front again. Look at this for a run. Nice little 1-2 with Eriksen and smashes it past the goalkeeper. Brilliant strike, and it's 1-0. Oh, no. What have you done? How have you managed to do that? Don't know whose fault it is. Don't know whether it's Laris's or the defenders, but it's 1-1 nevertheless. 6 minutes left of this first half. We were in complete control, and we've managed to throw it away yet again. Can't believe we're conceding these sort of goals. Really just simple goals that you've got to avoid. Got to try and stop conceding like that. It's half time, it's 1-1. We need to get right back into this game as quickly as possible in the second half. Got to go away with 3 points here, really. So let's crack on, let's see how we get on. Okay, so City's picked up a little bit of an injury. He's going to come off, Sissoko will come on. He's going to play Dele Alli's position. Dele Alli's going to play as a holder midfielder. Not ideal really, but we'll go with it anyway. Dembele I'm going to give a bit of a rest, that's why he didn't come on. Sissoko running through, look for that pass to Harry Kane. He needs Dele Alli's support. Ali to shoot, and it's saved. It was always going to be tough on his left foot. Saved pretty comfortably by Valdez. Well played, that's brilliant. Eriksen, good luck to Harry Kane. He needs some support back from Eriksen. He's got to finish this one off. Eriksen, saved by Valdez, and put into the back of the net by his own player. It's 2-1. It'll go down, I hope, as Christian Eriksen's goal, but I'm not so sure, to be totally honest. I think it was going in the back of the net, even without a touch. And I think, is it George Friend, is it, that's put it in the back of the net? It seemed like it was. He gets a slight knock on it, and it is a Friend own goal. Just a bit of help from a friend. Oh, what a strike. How has he unleashed that? It's 2-2 of equalised moments later. I don't know what's going on. How has he managed that? That is ridiculous. I've not seen a player score a goal like that against us, ever. What has gone on there? He's just smashed it. It's just flown in the back of the net. Lloris can't save it. It's 2-2. 20 minutes left. Middlesbrough want a good match here, clearly. Okay, so final two changes, Son and Gray to come on. We will take off Eriksen and Rose, give them a bit of a rest, 20 minutes left. Got to try and find another goal here, because at the moment we're not going to get all 3 points. Well played. Harry Kane now, can he finish this one off? Oh, good save by Valdez. Thought he'd found the top corner, it hadn't, it got saved and out for a corner. It's going to be Sissoko to deliver it. Can he pick anybody out in here? Son's in there, it's a late arrival from him, but it doesn't fall. Harry Kane through to Andre Gray. It's a chance for a third. Oh, he smashes the bar. He's well overhit it. Son will look for someone in the middle again. Oh, God. A few minutes to go now. Should have finished that one off, Andre Gray. Really good chance. He just smashed it for some reason. Oh, rubbish pass. That's it. It's a 2-2 draw. We've dropped 2 points there. Sadly, only a draw against Middlesbrough. They certainly tested us. And they came back into the game straight after we scored, which was the more frustrating thing, to be totally honest. Yeah, it did just seem to be an immediate response. But it happens. It sometimes happens a lot on FIFA. You drop points. We're always bound to drop points at some stage of the season, and it just happens to have been against Middlesbrough. We've dropped a few points recently, but I think it has helped to make it more of a challenge, more difficult for us, and it'll obviously be testing us throughout the season. So we'll see what position we're in the league at the moment. Okay, so currently in 4th position. Not actually that much of a bad position at all to be in at this stage of the season. 6 games in at the moment and on 11 points. So we're actually in and around those top 4 positions, which is really good. So not actually as bad as I thought. We've had 2 draws and a loss, but some of the other teams around us have actually drawn quite a few games so far. So some play drills before we end today's episode. Exact same plays again. We're going to continue to try and train them up, see what sort of overall we can get them to over the next few weeks and months. This week, not so much impressive growth. A few attributes going up, but nothing in terms of overall. And some bad news, player injured, and it's going to be steady sprained ankle out for 3 weeks. He will return in time for maybe 3 or 4 games time. And that is everything for today's episode. Thank you all so much for watching. If we could try and hit 100 likes, I would really appreciate it. Also, if you're new to the channel or just haven't subscribed yet, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well. It'll be absolutely fantastic. And I'll see you guys next time for another episode. Goodbye.